Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Campbell, on behalf of the defendant. My client is standing to my right, Your Honor.
Your name?
Sabrina Jackson.
Thank you. All right, where are we on this?
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
It's okay. Your Honor, we have come to terms with a signed conditional dismissal as well as a proposed order to release escrow. There is currently a balance of $1,672.40. The defendant does have $1,588 held in escrow, which they have stipulated to release to the plaintiff, and defendant agrees to pay the remaining $84.40 on or before 4/30 of 2026. Additionally, the parties have stipulated to set aside the judgment and enter the CD under Box 4B and Box 7.
Got it. Is that right?
That is right, Your Honor. Do you understand the agreement, Ms. Jackson?
Understand the agreement.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for the judge or for me?
None at this time.
Okay.
Okay. So do I have the paperwork or?
We just
Oh.
emailed it. I believe it was received about 2 hours before court. So it was just sent to Ann.
I just signed it at 1. I did.
What?
Yeah.
I just signed the document at 1 o'clock on the email.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I blame you for it then?
Please, I can't take anymore.
I'm sorry, Judge. I left and she sent the signed one right after I left, so I don't have it with me. I apologize.
No, that's fine. We'll get a signed copy, but the terms are placed on the record. You don't have any questions, ma'am?
No.
All right, I'm going to mark this conditionally dismissed. I will sign the paperwork when it comes. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a
that's
good day.
Have a better.
I said that before. All right, thank you. Take care. Mrs. Haverkamp versus David Frame.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fanter on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Correct.
Thank you. All right, where are we on this?
I think we have a consent judgment. There's owing $1,984 in rent, court costs of $175 for a total of $2,159. Mr. Freeman, I agree that he either has to pay that amount or move out by May 4th. And we both signed the judgment, and I advised him that because he was not represented by an attorney, he would have 3 business days to think about what he just agreed to and file a motion if he thought something was misrepresented to him.
All right, I had some confusion or some right he didn't, sir. You understand all of that, sir? You have any questions regarding anything contained on the judgment? All right, fantastic, sir. Thank you. I'll enter the judgment by consent. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You'll get a copy in the mail as soon as it goes down to the civil division. And
103 South Huron versus Joshua Bertram. Sir, if you did need a copy, you can stop at the counter. They'll come down and grab it and then make you a copy if you need it before the mail comes. All right, thank you. Your name, sir?
Joshua Bertram. Good.
All right. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I've had a chance to speak to Mr. Bertram a couple times on this matter. And I would respectfully request the court adjourn this matter for 2 weeks. Where we are is he owes $1,815. He makes too much money for Hawk, for SOS, but he probably qualifies for MAP. But they've closed this month because they only put out so many. So I spoke to Zachary at MAP today, and Zach gave me his work cell, which I gave to Mr. Bertram. He's going to call Monday and make an appointment for Friday, which is May 1st. And he's going to get him whatever documents. I mean, there's no guarantee that he qualifies,
Right.
but I'm hopeful. So he's going to take him the documents. I'll get him the documents that I need to get to him. And I also confirmed that their limit is $3,000 now. So even if we add in $800, it'll be $2,600. So we'll be okay.
Limit's 3, not 2.
Their limit is 3, not for today.
For today. All right.
Yeah, I had a case where it actually changed in the middle of the case.
Like the stock exchange.
Yeah, it's just good. Okay.
The other thing I will say is, and I don't really want to broadcast all of his personal. He's been. I like Mr. Bertram. I've worked with him for many years. I've worked with him both through SOS, and I think you're with CMH, right?
Yes.
And he gets paid on Wednesday. But a couple months ago, he borrowed from a cash advance place and to pay his rent, which I can appreciate that he's trying, but it doesn't make any sense to borrow 6 to repay 9,
Right.
and he needs to repay that. My thought would be, which is why I asked all the questions to Josh, to pay that off, get rid of that. And in the future, if there's an issue, call me rather than borrowing money from them. And the other thing is, and I mentioned this to him, MAP actually is a payee service.
Right.
And if you feel like you're not managing your funds
Yeah.
well, you might want to talk to Zach. Doesn't do it, but there's somebody else at MAP that does it, where they might be able to help you.
I had explained to David here that I haven't really had a lot of financial education. So I was kind of thrown out into the world early age. So I could use some education. I was looking into classes, possibly learn how to better be more responsibly financial.
Okay.
And then I explained to you last time I saw you, not on the Zoom, but last time I was here in court that I'm at that printing service in Maryland, right?
Yes, sir.
But we just started opening up overtime hours.
Okay.
So I'm doing my best. I'm even applying for second jobs. I'm really trying to bust my butt to keep a roof over my head.
All right.
Which is why I'm working with him, because I've always seen him trying really hard to make this work, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it work also.
We'll work it out for you.
Right, but those cash advance places,
Yeah.
I mean,
Predatory.
yeah,
All right.
you don't want to do that unless, you don't want to do that.
So I'll adjourn it out May 8th, 2026 at 12 noon. All right.
And hopefully we'll get the money from MAP and we won't even have to come back.
All right.
Can I ask you something off?
Sure.
If we do come across shirts for Maryland, what size do you wear?
I can't accept gifts, but I do wear a medium to large. All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're gonna have a great weekend.
All right. You too. Mary Gwinan versus Michael Vaughn. Hello. Your name?
Christine Schutz. I'm the daughter of Mary Guinan on the lease.
Yes, that is correct. And you were on, we went through this the last time.
Yeah.
All right. Michael Vaughn?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
All right. So where are we on this case? Did you pay the 1,000?
I paid $1,500 on Monday.
He did pay $1,500, so he now owes $1,403.
1,403?
Yep.
All right. And sir, when are you gonna get that paid?
It's a little uncertain right now. I have May rent coming up, and I plan to pay that in full. Next week, I have 2 jobs that I'm going to be finishing up, and I should have an extra $1,000 after, by Friday next week. So I planned on putting 50% of that towards my back rent and then saving some to be able to pay May rent. I'm also applied for assistance through DHS. And I actually have to go upload some of the information after this.
Okay, are you there by yourself?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so the most DHS is gonna pay is about $410. I think we might have gone through that the last time. I don't know.
Yeah, that should help a lot. And I'm also seeking, I've asked my parents for loans, and they said they probably could help out.
Okay. All right, so it's 1,403. That's everything that he owes right now.
Yes, and then of
Okay.
course, May 1st is $1,300.
It's 1,300.
So he'll be back to 2,703. And as I
I'll be
said,
able
this is
to pay that.
All right. Folks, I can do it one of 2 ways here. All right. I could issue a judgment today, basically free this number, but not including May. Right. And then you would have until the 4th to get this paid. And then you got to figure out May without the court's intervention. Or I can adjourn it to my next date which would be May 8th. And at that point, the number will go up because was it 1,300 you said?
Yeah, he owes 1,300 for May rent.
Right. So that number would then be added to this figure if nothing's paid. So you'd be at the 2,700.
Right.
I will be
And
able to
ju-
pay May 1st for May's rent.
Well,
I was just gonna say, we've been through this lot. I've offered for him to break the lease. I mean, he could find a place cheaper. He's out July or June 30th anyways. And if you're in landscaping, I would think it would be easier for you to go now than later.
It wouldn't be. I went all winter with no work. I'm struggling to catch up right now.
I understand that. So those two options I gave, I understand what you're saying. Which one would you prefer?
So I would prefer, you said he has to pay the 1,300 and the 1,403 by the 3rd.
No, if I issue a judgment today, it's just going to be the 1,403. That would be on the judgment form. He had to get that paid by the 4th.
And what's the second?
The second option is I adjourn it out, but now May's rent clicks in. And he's got to get that paid. And it might extend some time for him, but only if he's paying something.
Okay, and so the next time, because it's the 4th time I'm here, so the next time we'll make a for judgment.
4th time?
I did on Zoom.
I only have 3, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking my 4 Fridays, so I'm gonna make a 5th Friday.
Yeah,
But I will do the 5th Friday because I want to make sure he pays
May.
May.
Got it. Okay.
And then there'll be a final judgment.
Well, there'll be a judgment would be my anticipation, but I'm trying to figure out sir, if I adjourn it out to the 8th,
Yes.
what are you going to pay between now and the 8th?
The May's rent and then whatever I can towards the back rent. I'm anticipating at least 5 towards what the remainder that I owe. It depends on how these jobs go, really, because
I know,
you know, people. Yeah.
Sir, listen,
Yes, sir.
I'm asking for a number because there has to
Okay.
be some surety for the landlord about what they're going to receive.
Understood. So
Your
the
May
1,300.
rent,
Sorry.
1,300.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And then I would like to pay 500 towards the back during that period too.
So here's what I'm going to write. I'll adjourn it out under this condition. And that's May 8th, 2026 was that going to work for you?
Yes, yes.
Well, okay, because I remember
Yeah.
Okay, the 1 p.m. will work. So, and I'm going to indicate that you're to pay the 1,800 to the landlord by May 5th. So I want it paid by that Tuesday.
May
And
5th.
then once I
Gotcha.
get here, if there's 1,800 paid, it may be that I don't take a judgment if he's going to come up with that other 1,000, then that's left. But if that's not paid, then yes, you're going to get a judgment that day. All right.
Have a great day.
You do the same.
Thank
Have a
you,
good
Aaron.
weekend. Real Properties versus Nathan Barnes.